Okay. Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Women's TV Liberia. Today is Friday, October 2021, and we are here at NPHIL with some of Greece citizens who are demanding the return of their passport. So we are trying to get close to them to get the actual details relates to the major occurrence. Well, good afternoon, Chief. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, we have actually been following you people. We have been seeing there have been different concerns, but specifically, we'd like to know why are you here today?
I think the story has gone now.
Your name first, please.
My name is Arthur Waweli. I'm the country representative of the PLO Lumumba Foundation. We were invited to Kenya by Professor Lumumba, and we went to meet him and discuss some of the personal issues as to come as to relate to Africa. And these young leaders were taken along, all of us who went after the visit. While coming back, but before going to Kenya, we took the Liberia COVID-19 a certificate of Kenya, and that certificate was accepted for us to enter Kenya. We did not do tests while entering Kenya because it was in line with the World Health Organization 72 hours in the deadline. So when we went to Kenya, we did the COVID test in Kenya, and when we returned to Liberia, they said we had to take a test. And we told them that, look, your test was validated by Kenya. Why I said that, you are saying that you cannot be able to accept Kenya. They say it is a state regulation. We told them that if it is a state regulation, then it's unjust. And it must be highlighted. The world must know that it is unjust.
When did this incident occur? When did it happen?
Yesterday around 5:10, when we landed with Ascot Air from Accra. So when we came, we told them that it is unjust. And then when we went through the immigration process, immigration took our passport, they seized our passport and turned it over to NPHIL. So we told them that there is no way that NPHIL should be seizing people's passports. We are not on a kind of apartheid system. We believe that the president, he believes in the rules of law in so many ways in the country. We've seen people, they go to court, they win the government. So you cannot come, some of us who are, working with other young people in the country, we cannot come and people violating, and then we sit down and say, oh, let there be paid $75. It's not just about paying it. But why will NPHIL start seizing citizens' passport? We believe that it's unjust, and NPHIL needs to give our passport. If NPHIL believes that we have violated any law, let the national police arrest us and take us to the law, and then when we can go to court with NPHIL. That's the process. That's due process. But you cannot seize my passport and say when I pay the fees before you can be able to.
So basically, what's the issue? Is it for you guys to do the test for your passport to be returned?
We get a test. They allow us to do the test. We get a test, and the result came out negative to get our test result. But they are telling us that they cannot give our passport until we pay the $75, and we are telling them that law is unjust. And by emphasizing our passport, it's almost like I said, an apartheid system. And the president of this republic will not buy into that idea for NPHIL to start seizing passport. NPHIL is not an authority to seize passport. If you wrong NPHIL must take it to the national police, and national police may arrest you. And that's what we want. So NPHIL must give our passports.
What were other proceedings before getting to the seizure of your passport? Were there any other thing that they consider before seizing the passport or after you people did the test?
They said the test we came with, it is a regulation in Liberia that you're forced to. I don't tell you come with a COVID-19 test from America, from Great Britain, from Nigeria. And in this West African basin, we see that it's a syndicate. Nigeria, Ghana, and Liberia. They are in the cahoot and they're suppressing. You go to Kenya, so long you take a part of the valid COVID-19 test, you go to Kenya will allow you to go in. So long you fill in and they verify from your country, they will allow you in. Why will NPHIL start to seize passport? NPHIL should stop it. I believe that the DG, she was at the airport and she started saying, we'll carry out drama. Not when the DG was at the airport yesterday, we got to know that she was at the airport yesterday. And when she was there, when the team was happy, she started saying, you'll carry out drama on the other side.
We are aware that you have been here for over an hour, hours, let's say.
Now we
Have
have
you
hours.
over
Now we have
hours,
hours.
over
I said
hours,
that we
hours?
slept at the airport
I'm
last
saying
night.
yeah.
Yes, we did here from this
Have
morning.
you received any communication or any
You see,
response
within
from?
the people from NPHIL, they are telling us, let it be under the rain, let it be under the sun. The sun will beat them, let it be there. They send people here and they say, let the rain beat them, let the sun beat them. And it's not fair. This is, if you don't highlight it, the people in power, some of the authorities of this country will not know. And that's the reason why we're just trying to amplify it, that it might be aware that what is happening is unjust.
They are insinuating not to release your passport if the necessary fees is not provided. How long do you intend holding on to your word to not pay the money they are requesting for?
I think the problem in this country is the way we take on protest. We always love to be violent, but these kinds of protests and highlighting like what we did, we slept at the airport last night, all right? We slept at the airport last night. It was a form of protest. We did not bring student leaders or we did not bring other. We had the power to start calling youth leaders around the country or around the capital to say youth leaders should come here. But you see, we do not want to do it because we do not want people to look at this to be political. We just believe that NPHIL has no right to be seizing people's passports. So the thing is, we challenge this law by the law. You do not go the other way. You have to challenge it by the law.
So from your end to conclude, what do you have maybe as a message or how long do you intend holding on to this?
I think like we said first, we want to amplify it at a national level that what NPHIL is doing is unjust. And then secondly, we have to look for the legal team to challenge NPHIL. If NPHIL has the right to start seizing passport, and then NPHIL is a kind of system that is here to start taking people's documents from them without giving us no receipt. But as far as we are concerned, we don't have no document from NPHIL that they have our passport. And it should not be so. If you want to take your passport, you must be able to issue them a note that will receive your passport, and that's it. But they not give us no document. They just say, anytime you pay the money, you can, NPHIL will give you your passport. And now we're hearing that the DG is saying that she does not even want to give it. You say we acting rude. How rude are we? We're sitting there peacefully, rain is falling, sun is shining on us, but we're trying to amplify at a national level. And you're going East Africa, some of the things that are happening, these people challenge some of this unjust law, and that's the only way we change. And I think if there is anything that will start, it must start now.
What has been step taken by you legally, maybe consulting lawyers?
No, consulting lawyers already, and the lawyers are saying that it is possible that NPHIL can prove to the law if the regulation proves that they must be able to seize passport. I think the seizure of the passport is a crime that NPHIL has committed, and that's the crime we want to challenge with the law.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We have other ladies here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello, my name is Vickjune. I'm one of the delegates for the program that we went on in Kenya. And like Mr. Wawali said, we have an issue with the regulation of Ministry of Health and the National Public Health Institute because we feel the regulations, though they're saying every country is free in their own way to have their own policies. We agree to that, but we think and we know that their own health policy, especially the finance area, is very unrealistic and unreasonable. You cannot have your certificate accepted by other international countries and you do not accept those countries' own certificate that is actually that are valid. So WHO and NPHIL says whenever you do a COVID test, it has maximum 72 hours to be expired, which is 3 days. So once your COVID test is less than 72 hours, it means it is valid and globally or internationally or whatever, it should be accepted. But only Liberia is not doing that on grounds that they have their own policy as a country. And we feel that policy is very unjust. So for me, I think the seizure of our passports was very, very unreasonable, especially by NPHIL, because they are not close to the authority to seize passports if people violate any of their regulations. And if there's no statement in their regulations that says if you do not pay the test that they're demanding, they will seize your passport. Ask them, challenge them, you're a journalist, go and ask them which regulation we have violated or which they actually seize our passport. We slept at the airport last night. This morning again we are here. They said our passports were taken to a Congo town. We should Sophie. We should go there. We went there, they said the passport's here. We came, we asked all of the securities to allow us to talk to the authorities here. They said they were not around, nobody is here to talk to us. They gave us one guy number, I think Richardson, and then we call him. If you don't pay that money, y'all not get a passport. So the issue is not about paying the money. The issue is about how you regulate this particular institution in the interest of everybody. It is not because of the money. Even when we arrived at the airport, nobody was asking me, your hair hurting, your skin hurt. All they ever wanted was you need to pay the money, you need to pay the money. So they created a scene that it's just about the money. It is something that we do not accept, because if you are saying you want to prevent COVID and leaving it on the money that's supposed to be paid, what about the different rallies, political rallies, or huge gatherings that people have in this country? Are those not medium of spreading COVID? They definitely are. So if you start to do it, then we see how unjust and biased you are in regulating your COVID rules and policies. So we're saying they're not okay. We do not accept it. We want our passports, because it is illegal for them to seize our passport on grounds that we have not paid for COVID tests when we had valid COVID certificate from outside the country. So for me, even as an activist, I know I can get like emotional, because we are on a most serious note, I don't like injustice. I don't like people taking advantage of me because of maybe I'm not in higher up position or whatever. So I have some recommendations to make. I think I will just say one. It is true everybody's supposed to pay some fee, but that particular fee should be affordable. It should be very affordable in standard air, land, or whatever border should be able to pay it, but it should be standard and affordable to the ordinary people. It should not be $75. Like they said we should pay $75. We thought it was 50. Now they said this morning we should pay 75 because we flew from East Africa. What is the standard rate you have for paying your fees? We do not. It's not as if we are refusing to pay, but there's something must be done before we can even pay it, and you do not have the right to seize our passport. That's all we're saying.
This is a procedure other people have been following. Do you think NPHIL or other health sectors or institutions will concur with your recommendation?
Well, they have been doing it under coercion. It has not been by their will, but again, that's how systemic like your corruption system has been. Because it is like, let's forget it. Anybody can do it. What didn't happen before? You know those kind of thoughts? So they are probably like just wanting to be done with it. People are telling us last year, you are trying to pay the people money and go, you are trying to pay the people money and go. They are not seeing the fact that we do not, we are not neglecting to pay the money. We are saying we cannot pay because the policy asking us to pay is illegal, and we see that it's very unrealistic. So maybe because they didn't want to take actions that we're taking, so they just decided to pay. But on a more serious note, I'm sure they are aware that what we're doing is in the interest of everybody and it's not personal.
Are there plans to meet the health minister as relates to this matter?
We have been wanting to meet with them. Even yesterday at the airport, we asked to meet the airport authority. Oh, the person out here, we won't meet the other person. Oh, the person out here. We came here today, we went in the office there to meet somebody. The office, the receptionist called her boss. And then he was just on the phone, hearing agitating. There's no first get you not pay that money, don't get any passport. So like,
did he say you people are frisky?
Yes, I heard him say so. I heard him say that I'm frisky.
Do you think is it making as a result of personal issue?
Well,
or?
I think you as a journalist will have to look into that. But what I heard was very unpleasant, and I figure it's kind of going a little bit personal than what we actually are doing.
For how long should we expect this quest to continue?
Well, it's not about how long, it is how well. The fact that we have raised the flag and we've raised the alarm, we will keep seeing how best we can mingle with other groups and maybe some legal partners to see how best we can call NPHIL to order, because they are very, very much out of order by seizing passports. It is not in their jurisdiction to do so.
This might reflect on you somehow negatively, especially if you have another opportunity to travel some other days.
This is why we're angry. Why they seizing our passport? Why they seizing our passport? They should not seize our passport. If there's, they have regulations. And there's no statement that says if you do not pay the money or you cannot afford, we will seize your passport. If something is there on that, let them bring it. We will say, okay, we're sorry and we pay the money. But they do not have. So by using your authority to seize our passport is a violation of our rights. And that's why we are here.
So we met you here. Is this place you've been since this morning throughout the rain?
Yes, we came from the airport. We've been here, rain, sun, they've been plugging us.
Okay, thank you very much. So these are aggrieved citizens. They are demanding the return of their passport. Also, this is Women's Stable Library. This is how we'd like to wrap up here. The passport was actually seized by NPHIL as a result of not confining in some feeds as provided, as reported by them. So, thank you so kindly for following. This is Women's Stable Library, and I'm Jerome S. Ward. That's